Welcome to the study of a Bible in a year. We are on week 16, and our subject title is faithfulness this time. And we're doing Lamentations 3, verse 23. But first, let's do our 5 I am statements. The joy of the Lord is my strength. I am confident, or that's number one. Number two, I am confident of this very thing, that he who has begun a good work in me will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. Number three, God works in me both to will and to do his good pleasure. Number four, I choose to do all things without grumbling or complaining, so that I will prove myself to be blameless and innocent. And number five, I will hold fast to the word of life. In the day of Christ's return, I will have reason to glory, because I did not run or labor in vain. Alrighty. Let's read what this study is going to be about this week. Not that one. 16. All right, faithfulness. The synopsis. Faithfulness is the consistent, reliable character that reflects God's unwavering commitment to his promises. It shows itself in steady devotion to God and dependable service to others. Steady through every season. The daily renewal of God's faithfulness, declared in Lamentations 3:23, provides our foundational model for faithfulness. Like the sunrise that comes with absolute reliability, God's faithfulness never fails. This divine consistency becomes both our inspiration and enablement for developing faithfulness in our own lives. Paul's reminder that God is faithful who has called you into fellowship, 1 Corinthians 1:9, anchors human faithfulness in divine character. Our ability to be faithful flows from experiencing and responding to God's faithfulness to us. Like a mirror reflecting light, our faithfulness is a reflection of the faithful God who loved us first. The psalmist's declaration that God's faithfulness continues through all generations, Psalm 119, verse 90, extends beyond our limited perspective to show faithfulness's eternal nature. The multi-generational view This multi-generational view encourages us to see our own faithfulness as part of a larger story. Like links in a chain, our faithful actions connect God's work in the past to his promises for the future. The profound truth that if we are faithless, he remains faithful, 2 Timothy 2:13, reveals the unshakable nature of God's commitment to his people. His faithfulness doesn't depend on our performance, but on his unchanging character. Like a foundation that remains stable regardless of what's built upon it, God's faithfulness stands firm despite our inconsistencies. The call to be faithful, even to the point of death, Revelations 2:10, challenges us to maintain faithfulness even when it costs us something. That this isn't about earning God's favor, but about demonstrating the reality of our faith. Like a tree that reveals its strength by withstanding storms, our faithfulness proves most valuable when tested by difficulties. This week, let's examine our faithfulness in both small and large matters. Where do we need to strengthen our reliability and consistency? How might our faithful handling of current responsibilities prepare us for greater trust in the future? Excuse me. Let's practice faithfulness in our daily commitments, remembering that every act of faithfulness reflects and honors the God who is always faithful to us. All right, and our blessing for this week is, may you reflect God's unchanging faithfulness in all your relationships this week, standing firm in both the small moments and insignificant challenges. All right, here are our 3 reflections for the week. What commitment have you been struggling to keep? What small step could you take this week to renew your faithfulness to it? Where in your life do you need to demonstrate more reliability? Choose one area to focus on this week. And number 3, who has been faithfully serving others around you? How could you acknowledge and encourage their faithfulness this week? Well, some really good opportunities here. So what commitment I've been struggling to keep up with is going to the gym. Okay, we're in the middle of a 52-week thing with Faith and Fitness, and I haven't exercised this week. I wasn't feeling well at the beginning of the week. I just kind of fallen off the wagon. So that's one of the commitments I need to get back into. And then where in my life do I need to demonstrate more reliability? I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. And then who has been faithfully serving around you? How could you acknowledge and encourage their faithfulness this week? I have a couple people that came to mind when I read that, that I could send some encouragement out to. And sometimes it's just a text or a card or a letter or a phone call or something like that. Just something to let people know that you're thinking about them. All right, so let's breaking stuff down. All right, let's read Lamentations. Whew, it is really cold in this room. Holy cow. I don't know why this room is so cold. It's, well, it is set out from the rest of the house, and the register isn't covered, so I'm not sure why it's so chilly in this room, but maybe next winter we're going to have to do that plastic over the windows, and keep some of the heat in here. I have a space heater, but I put it out in the living room because that part of the house is cold too, in the front window area. So, I don't know. This house is older than me, so. Alright, Lamentations 3, verse 23 in the NIV says, wait for it. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I'm going to start with 22. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion. Therefore, I will wait for him. So that's 22 through 24. And then I'm going to read 22 through 24. You know what? I'm going to read 19 through 27. Okay, I'm going to read 19 through 27 in the Message Bible, just because I feel the leading of the Lord in that. So, I'll never forget the trouble, the utter lostness, the taste of ashes, the poison I've swallowed. I remember it all. Oh, how well I remember the feeling of hitting the bottom. But there's one thing I remember, and remembering, I keep a grip on hope. God's loyal love couldn't have run out. His merciful love couldn't have dried up. They're created new every morning. How great is your faithfulness. I'm sticking with God. I say it over and over. He's all I've got left. God proves to be good to the man who patiently waits, to the woman who diligently seeks. It's a good thing to quietly hope for help from God. It's a good thing when you're young to stick it out through the hard times. Don't give up on God. We were just learning that in our study tonight in the video, that, sometimes we just overwhelm people with God, and hi Instagram, sometimes we overwhelm people with the Lord, and we talk about God in the terms of we've been following after the Lord for all this time, and so words that are familiar to us are really barriers to those who are not saved or unbelievers. And so it was kind of an eye-opening thing. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, it's been a long day, I'll tell you. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope to see you tomorrow morning at 7:10ish for Mornings with Brenda. But for now, I hope you'll see me tomorrow night on here. We'll be on day 107. Can you believe it? 107. We'll be doing 1 Corinthians 1 verse 9. And I think I just did that in something else that I was, because that scripture